Don't you know that from coast to coast, where there's dope, there's hope, where there's dope, there's hope. Sheesh. Wait, is it lit? Don't.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of the Herbal Tea Podcast. I'm your man, EarthTone.
And this your man, the real peasy out here in these Skreetz.
The real one, not the fake one. Don't get it twisted.
Not the fake one. Do not get it. There's a lot of peasies out there popping up. I've noticed them.
It's a lot of them popping up. You gotta set the record straight, man. Let these cats know what's going on out here.
Exactly. I'm like, do not get it twisted. Don't get it fucked up.
Yeah.
The real peasy is sitting right here in front of you, live and direct.
Man. Let them know.
You're ready.
But we out here, man. It's a lot going on, man. This fucking year, boy. What a time to be alive, huh?
What a time. And we thought that a few years ago would have been that time, but shit. Guess what the universe said? It said I got more for that ass.
Psych. Yeah, it's a little wild out here. It's a little wild, man. It's a little wild. It's nonstop, man. But hey, you know what? One thing about us, we built for it. You know, we built for these storms. We weather them. We don't want them to keep coming, but if they coming, we're gonna have to, you know, we gotta grit and bear it and do what we gotta do. You know, just hopefully we learn from the situation. Every hard situation comes at a cost, and if you don't learn from it, man, what's the point? You know.
I see everybody posting their black boxes on Twitter, so I just wanted to make sure, or not Twitter and Instagram. I just wanted to set the record straight. Black boxes is cool for the protest movement, but this right here is more than just four corners. This is exactly what they want. They want to put us in the box.
It's a black body.
This is a real 3D black body. You feel me?
Yeah.
So I got to make sure people know what that looks like.
Let them know, man. We out here. In our natural, genuine form. It's beautiful.
Natural, beautiful thing. So we honor that. We don't worry about no, protesting is cool, but this is where it's at.
Yeah, absolutely. But hey, keep up the support. Everybody, just be aware, just be smart, and just do what you can, to show your brother some love. It starts with us. That's really what I'm concerned about right now. Us, you know what I'm saying? We got to start with us. We got to take care of each other. And, that's a big part of this show, taking care of us. We out here representing and putting on for, the Q plus community.
Absolutely.
Our brothers and sisters, QPOC, especially in particular, first and foremost, you already know that. And that's what we're going to keep doing, man. We ain't here to boo-hoo. We're not playing no victims. We were going to keep the show going. We out here to give y'all inspiration, hope. And y'all giving us hope, man. It's more music flooding. I know this music ain't stopping. This music ain't stopping.
This is part of it. This is the whole thing. Like, the best way we can honor those who have died at the hands of police or any of our ancestors, brothers and sisters, is to keep thriving and doing what we do best. That's really what it's all about. So here we are.
Without further ado, let's get to this music. Who we got? Speaking of black, man, you know what I'm saying? First up on the docket.
The
one and only. Black Ferry, y'all. We got Black Ferry. How fitting, right?
Fitting.
So I wasn't able to find a ton of information on this young brother. I actually first saw him on IG. I saw a clip of his video for Vogue.
So did I.
That fucking song right there, fam. That shit automatically grabbed me. When I saw the video clip, I was like, yo, who the fuck is this? Because I had never heard of him. I had never seen him before that. So when I saw that, it automatically grabbed me. I went and checked it out, and I was like, all right, this shit is dope. I went and followed him. I was like, all right, I'm definitely paying attention now. He's on my radar. And that was probably, I think that was a few months ago. It was definitely before the whole pandemic and the outbreak and everything. So it was a minute ago.
It was a minute, yeah.
But once I saw it, like I said, he was definitely on my radar. I'm not sure where he's from. I couldn't really find a bio. I couldn't find too much information. Were you able to find anything like?
Well,
anything different?
He's everywhere. Like right now, I think he's based in Tampa, Florida. Of course,
definitely here in Florida in the music.
It's definitely in the music.
I was gonna guess that, but
he kind of repped that a little in the album. So that's the only thing. But he's been everywhere because I've gone through his pretty much most of his Instagram profile, and he's been moving around. He was in Seattle at one time. He was in, I think, Texas, but I don't know if it's work related or if it's a family thing. I tried to get information about him too, but we weren't able to get anything in time for the show.
All right. Well, either way, you know, like we said, the running theme, get that info up, man. These people want to know. They want to know about you. They want to know where you're from, who you are, where you been, all of that good stuff. Just a simple bio, a paragraph, something light. You could throw that up on your SoundCloud, your IG, anything. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't find an interview. He's a fairly new artist. I believe this is his debut, Fairy Tales and Fantasies. It's a full-length project. It's a short project though. 9 songs, 23 minutes, 49 seconds. So it's a lot of songs, not a lot of songs, but 9 songs in 23 minutes. You figure you get a longer length out of 9 songs. So they're kind of short songs, and I think that's like his song structure style. They're like 2 minutes to 2.5 minute songs.
3 minutes. That's kind of the max.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Hit you right in the face. Get to it. Ain't no interludes. Straight no chase. 9 songs.
I do have a fun fact though.
Well, get it in. What you waiting for?
You know what I'm saying? I do have a fun fact. As I was going through his delicious Instagram, because boy's looking delicious. I'm just saying.
That is a fine chocolate, brother. I ain't gonna lie.
Yes, he does have a registered LLC, Black Fairy LLC. It's his own company, and I believe it's an event planning company from where it started. But he posted the day that it was actually registered as an LLC in Washington State in October 2018. So I just want to put that out there and say congratulations to the young brother that you have your own thing.
That's a fun and a serious fact.
Absolutely. Shit, and he, of course, put this music out on that company label as well.
I love to see that, man. That independent work. Put that shit out, get it done. You know what I'm saying? Cut out the middleman and get to the shits. All right, so this is the offering, Fairy Tales and Fantasies. I believe this is his debut joint. He put out a few singles before that. Like I said, I discovered them from the Vogue joint, which I think was just a Lucy. It's not on this project. I gave it a loud, man.
You gave it a loud.
I gave it a loud. 63%.
Whoa!
63%.
You gave it a loud.
Yeah, man. And this is an interesting rating for me because I really enjoyed the project as a whole. There was probably 2 or 3 songs that I really, really like enjoyed. One that I loved that I was like, all right, this shit is like really dope. This is art right here. Yeah. But then for the rest of the songs, they were cool, and they were like cool. They weren't skippables. Like it was decent songs, but it wasn't like I didn't hear anything on this whole project that made me feel the way I did when I first heard Vogue and saw that video.
Right.
I don't think any of these joints like hit the nail like that, but he got some joints on here. That From the Heart, that song right there, that joint is fire. First of all, he getting in his I need love LL Cool J bag. Like, fuck all that. I'm vulnerable. Body. You know what I'm saying? I'm a big, strong black nigga, but I need love. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's it. He giving it to you. Wearing it on his sleeve, which I thought was dope. The production was nice. It was cool. It was like, it was giving you that R&B. It set the tone. It set the feel. And then the flow he had on it was like a spoken word type flow. Like he was kind of talking to you. He wasn't really like rapping. He was like, he was talking
giving you
to
that
you.
Conversational shit.
Yeah, like he was talking, and then he was spitting shit. He said, you know how hard it is to want love but settle for sex. Like that's a deep, and you got to think about that in terms of the whole queer community, like especially like, you know, gay men in general, we already sex driven. Everything is high octane. We expected to just fuck. Like it is what it is. But it's like, it's not all about that. And sometimes it's like, damn, like fucking is cool, but like I need something else. Like I'm ready for like
more.
Yeah. And he talking about that. He giving you all that. And then that one line right there, you could just unpack all of that. He gave you a few lines like that in that song, which I thought was dope. But then he followed it up with the video. The visual is wild. is ill. It's so well done.
Video.
I was wondering if he shot it during the isolation, the pandemic, because it's just him in a bunch of nice locations.
Yeah.
It's very artistic. It just showcases like him as a dude, him as a man, but just kind of being in his bag, his sweat. It's a very tastefully done video.
Mm-hmm.
It's more of a visual. I loved it. I thought it was dope, and I thought it complemented the song amazingly. That was definitely hands down the standout on this whole project for me.
Okay.
Then, like I said, everything else I enjoyed. You know what I'm saying? Nothing else kind of really blew me away.
Mm-hmm.
But I enjoyed it overall as an album, and it was a refreshing to hear a complete project. He has different types of songs on here. He's touching on different concepts, which I appreciate. Not a lot though. You know, he has a few. He has his sound. He got his bounce music on there. He got a twerk song, a couple of twerk joints. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he get in his Florida bag. Like that's why I thought. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I think he's from Florida. I wasn't 100% sure though. But the joint Dock of the Bay, I thought was hard. I thought they flipped that. I thought that flip on that sample was tough. And they really just sampled the vocal, which I was like, ooh, just for the hook. And then they threw that, hey, they threw them Atlanta A's on there. Like they kind of jumped up a swaggy ass, cool, mellow ass sample. I thought that was dope. And then he could rap. Like he can rap. So it's like, he did his thing on there. And he ain't rapping too much. He giving you, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, short, it's sweet songs, like 2 minute, 2.5 minute songs. The other joint I thought was notable on there was Love and Hip Hop. I liked it. I thought the beat gave me Heat Makers, Killer Cam vibes. You know what I'm saying? They gave me that type of, them drums just gave me that type of vibe for some reason. And then he's painting a picture of like him in a relationship with another rapper, and he's like showing love like to him in the booth and shit. Like it was dope the way he was painting the picture with the visuals. And like I said, he's doing this in like 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes. So he ain't really wasting no time. He getting right to painting the picture. You know what I'm saying? Which I thought was dope. I appreciated it. But yeah, I ain't gonna go on too much. Like I said, I thought it was a loud 63% for me. Overall, very well done project, especially for your debut offering. I thought it was dope. Shout out to Black Fairy, man.
Shout out to Black Fairy.
The floor is yours. The floor is yours. Oh my God,
we back to the king, the real Teezy out here, yo. Why? I mean, okay, granted it's 9 projects, but I don't understand how you're hitting the same songs that I want to talk about. Listen,
that's how it goes sometimes.
You kind of hit it on the head, really. I don't really have much to add to what you said.
Wow.
My thing is, I gave it a 60%, but I see we got the score. Like you could be 60 mid or 60 loud, and I gave it a 60 mid.
Okay. I hear you.
That's where I'm at with the project. And basically, you said everything. His flow is pretty straightforward, straight-laced, no chaser. You're not going to get any surprises. He's going to pretty much give you the same type of energy on every single track, which is good, and it's also bad because, you know, it just depends on how you feel. Sometimes you want something different.
Yeah.
But a lot of the beats are basically like twerk music, except for the From the Heart, which gives you the R&B feel, which I fucked with. My song, though, Go Jenga, go Jenga, go, go Jenga, go Jenga, go, go Jenga, go Jenga, go. That is
I knew you was going to talk about that. That was the one reason why I ain't even mentioned it. I knew you was going to talk about that song.
Because listen, first of all, the video. I
knew that was your shit when I heard it.
The video, though, he got his branding. Yeah. Is like, yo, he got a Dodge Charger.
Yeah, I saw the video.
Fun fact. That was I think a birthday present that he probably gave to himself. A whole branded Dodge Charger with the fixings on that shit. The shit is looking so Southern clean. It's not even funny. I love that car. And he had it in the video for J.O.D. Jangala. And although all that was cool, but my girl, my girl, what's her name? Mama Headbuster or some shit.
Yeah, Mama Headbuster.
Son. And then she came through in the video. She wasn't not playing with that bad. Like you just knew that if you would have came the wrong
She
way,
was
you would
gonna
have
bust your
caught.
head.
You would have caught the wrong end of that shit, yo.
Yeah.
And that was refreshing because the guests he's got guests that are throughout the track, maybe like 2 or 3.
Yeah.
And they all pretty much do their thing. The Champagne King, Love Come Down sample joint that he did on the second track.
Mm-hmm.
I thought the singer, maybe
I didn't love it.
I didn't
love it.
I didn't love it. But I like what they were trying to do.
Yeah.
But they didn't execute it.
That was one of the reasons. That was one of the points I gave him though. Like he had some good concepts. Some of them weren't well executed enough.
Right. Exactly.
But the artistry was there. You could hear like where he was going with it, and it wasn't like I said. It wasn't like horrible. It wasn't like a skip automatically. But I know exactly what you're talking about.
But that's it. It's pretty much a straight-laced rap album, danceable beats. He giving you stories. He giving you some bars there, and not really a lot of change in his delivery. But 60% mid, and even all the songs you said are pretty much the ones that I fucked with too. All the videos are dope. Check out those videos too. He got a video for From the Heart, J.O.D. and Jangala, and there's another. Oh, the one you mentioned earlier.
Dock of the Bay or
Dock of the Bay. Dock of the Bay.
Yeah.
He has a video for that too, and they all pretty dope.
Okay, that's what's up. Hey, he out here working. Shout out to Black Ferry.
Definitely
check that project out now. Fairy Tales and Fantasies on all DSPs right now.
You are ready.
All right, man. So who we got next?
Bringing to the stage?
Who we bringing to the stage?
We bring in our girl Kim Petras. Kim Petras is a name that I've been hearing about for, a minute, maybe like about a year and a half now.
Mm-hmm.
She's got some high profile cosigns going on here. But let me tell you, she is a German pop singer-songwriter right now based in LA. She owns her own imprint, Bunhead Records, because you can see she rocks
independence,
the buns. Man. Yeah, she's all the way independent. She is of transgender identity.
Mm-hmm.
She started writing as a teen, broke through with her 2017 single, I Don't Want It All, which went viral. And the video has a cameo with Paris Hilton.
Yes,
so,
I saw that.
She's making moves at a very, very young age. And I got a couple of fun facts. It's a lot of fun. First of all, her whole life is
her whole life a fun fact. Like she's a walking fun fact.
She's got a whole lot going on. Like she is on record as the youngest at the time, the youngest person to transition in the world. She
at
transitioned
16, right?
At 16 years old. They did a whole documentary about it. This was kind of a big deal. And a lot of people got on her bandwagon. Then a lot of probably her core fan base kind of caught on to her then. And she's going on to not be signed, but she worked with some pretty high profile people. She has 2 albums out, Clarity, Turn Off the Light, and this single right here that we're about to do, Malibu, was partially produced by Dr. Luke. And if anybody's unfamiliar with Dr. Luke, that is a producer who right now has a pending case with Kesha for sexual harassment and sexual assault. So, it's kind of murky there.
A little murky.
A little murky. They didn't credit him in the first 2 projects that she did, but he's credited in this single.
Oh, so he produced like all of her shit?
From her first album, I think on forward, he was probably involved. So, that explains the sound of the song, which we'll get into. Malibu, the single, came out May 7th. And let me tell you, this song, I think, is fire. 89%.
Yo, what the is going on now?
I think this song is fire. Nigga, I went to the park to chill, and I'm listening to this song, and it comes on, and I instantly have the biggest smile on my face. It's exactly what pop music is supposed to do.
Isn't that some crazy shit, fam?
Like, this whole song could just change your mood. Like, I understand why her fan base is kind of like real.
Bro,
Like
that's power. That's power,
she's
fam.
making that shit, and she know what she's doing.
She
A
really
sound.
does.
She kind of has all the cheat codes you do in pop music. You got the disco beat. You got a verse, and peep the songwriting. The verse repeats. First and second verse is the same,
The structure
and
there.
the structure's there, and the key change after the bridge.
Fam.
All the elements of a pop song,
Fam. When
and
she hit
all of it
that,
worked.
but when she
All
hit
of it
that
worked.
though,
Like, goddamn, I couldn't even do
everybody's
nothing
not
else.
hitting that. Just to let you know,
Everybody,
like everybody's not hitting that. That's different.
yeah, she kind of got it on lock, and she got the right people behind her doing her thing, and I love the conviction, like in the way she's singing. It's not like half-ass. And Malibu, she could either be talking about California or she could be talking about Malibu rum. I read it as the Malibu rum. I know she in LA.
That's another level right there.
It
Though. I didn't even
relates.
take it there though. I didn't even take it to the Malibu rum.
Son.
Wow.
Kind of a big deal here. Kind of a big deal.
Mind blown, fam.
Mind blown. Fire. 89%.
Wow, that is crazy.
Had that.
You know what? I ain't even gonna hold you. I'm gonna just second you. I also gave it a fire. I think we have to call out the motherfucking fire trucks. You know what I'm saying? Get Cuomo on the phone. Tell him we need fire
Cuomo
trucks,
on
man.
the phone.
It's a fire out here. They are protesting. They are looting. Everything is on fire.
And they playing that song. They playing Malibu.
Yo, fam, I gave it a fire. I gave it an 80%, man. Fire 80%. We right on.
God.
Like, we pretty much right on so far. 2 for 2. This is kind of crazy.
2 for 2. Don't forget hit that picture off. Hit that.
Oh yeah.
That picture. Show them what it look like.
I gave it a This year's right there. Shout out to Kim, Miss Kim Petras. Is it Petras or Petras?
I say Petras because I don't know.
Like Tetris. Kim Petras.
Kim Petras.
You hit it on the head. The production is crazy. Like, it just makes you want to smile. It makes you want to get up. It makes you want to dance. It makes you want to just move something. Like, you can't really sit still when the song come on. And then like her voice, like the vocal production, she just got
so clean.
She just got such a control over her voice.
Yeah.
It's like you can hear the effortlessness. Like she could just bomb, like killing it.
She's kind of wiping. She's washing these pop bitches that's out here. Like she kind of washing them on the low. They better be bad. They better be glad she not signed. Cause listen, if she had the machine behind her,
it's a certain rhythm to like the way you sing and you carry out these vocal performances. Like everybody can sing the same song and they're gonna sound different. Like each singer. The rhythm in the pocket that she catching in this song, and then when she, like you said, that key change, like she go up in that octave, like, and then they drop the beat just to let you know, like,
they drop the beat.
They like, look, everybody not doing this right here that she about to do, so you need to listen. I dropped the beat for a reason, and she come back. Oh man, yo, she hit this one out the park. It's fire. It ain't really too much more I can say about it. It give me, I don't know, it give me like a jazzy disco vibey, like J5. Type of like one of they up tempo party joints, like just rocking, like I don't know, just got that feel good vibe to it. She hit it out the park. Shout out to Kim Petras, man. Malibu.
The one thing I got to comment on this though. The one thing I did not feel was the video for Malibu. I understand that we're on quarantine and everybody kind of got to move differently. The video, she got wild support. Like she got everybody in there. Todrick is in there.
It's a cameo video.
Demi Lovato, and they all kind of did their own homemade video. It's a homemade video, so everybody's at home shooting, and they give her clips performing. But I was not feeling it though. I just was not. I'm not feeling it.
That's like a Zoom. That's not a real video.
I hope not. I hope not. But I know it's gonna have to do for now because what can they do?
The song is fire. All right, I don't really care.
You don't even need the video.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like she can put out any video. Like the song is fire, fam.
It is. It really is.
It's fire. Shout out to Kim Petras. I got to see this video though. Yeah, because I ain't see it yet. All right, man. Who we got up next?
Who we got next? Bringing
it's getting interesting, man. We just keep getting crazy on this goddamn podcast. What's going on? All right, we got your boy. We got your boy Sam motherfucking Smith. And let me not say your boy, they. All right?
They.
Because in 2019,
right,
they officially began using the non-binary pronouns, they, them. So let me not disrespect them. Everybody knows who Sam Smith is, though. Singer-songwriter from the UK. Broke out with their feature on the song Latch with the EDM group Disclosure in 2012. Everybody. Yo, they bodied that shit. Bodied it. And then 2 years later, they released their single. What was the name of that joint? The first single, Lay Me Down. That came out in 2014. They were 21 when Latch topped the UK charts at #1. That's crazy. Can you imagine being 21 years old and you got a #1 record?
I'd have been a different bitch.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to tell me too much. It'll be a wrap after that.
I mean, like, I'm holding you down right now. What are
you gonna do? What do you
want from me? You can't say nothing.
Shout out to Sam Smith. Everybody knows who he is, who they are.
Who they are.
What do you know about Sam Smith?
Fun fact.
Uh-oh.
Have you seen the video for this song?
I saw some of it. You know what's crazy? Spotify, I just realized, has a selection where if you playing the song, you tap on it and it goes to the video. Like, it plays the video in the background along with what you're listening to. So like, you have the option of just looking at the cover art, or you could tap it and it turns into the music video. And I tapped it and it was the video for the Sam Smith joint. I was like, oh shit, that's crazy. But I didn't realize they could do that. But I saw clips of it.
Side note, Spotify kind of late with the video situation. Tidal, which is where I'm at, they already was popping with the videos. I think Google Play already do that. But the video itself, did you give your rating? I want you to give your rating first.
Man, don't stop telling me to get my rating. Give your fun fact, man. Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
So the music video itself, I think, is dope. It's so fire. Like, he did a whole Queer Olympics type situation.
Okay.
So you know how some people of LGBT persuasion kind of feel a thing about sports because it was kind of a source of shame. So he kind of turned that out and actually had, dressed up as a wrestler, did track, did swimming, and he has like different people, they have a whole wrestling room, mat, and in this whole room, a bunch of people wrestling and pinning each other.
Okay.
And the look of the video was just so glossy and so dope. I thought it was a dope concept. And I'm saying I don't want to steal the thunder from you with your rating.
I mean, you could have just let me go in. I was going into the song and then you cut me off. You know what I'm saying? And then you try to throw it back to me. Like, let me just finish and then you could go ahead.
I mean, I had to get that out my system.
Yeah, all right. So, fun fact, we got that off. But yeah, I'm ready. That's the name of the joint we about to review, featuring Demi Lovato, who's also a Q+ artist. Shout out to Demi. This joint came out April 16th.
Right.
It's a single, 3 minutes 20 seconds, pretty standard length for especially a pop single. I like this joint, man. I gave it a loud 65%.
Oh
yeah, loud 65%. Why you sound very shocked. All right, man. I like this joint. Loud 65%. I thought the production was good. I thought it kind of went with the emotion of the song. Like, it kind of told the story. It was very dynamic. Like, the hook was kind of smooth and like a ballad almost. And then the verses was like, he was like going off, like spitting his shit. They bodied the vocal performance. I thought him and Demi Lovato sounded really well together. Like, their voices kind of complemented each other really well. Sometimes you worry about, you hear these big names do these features and these duos, and you don't know how it's gonna pan out, because you like, I love Demi Lovato, I love Sam Smith, but am I gonna love them together? I don't know. But they bodied this shit. The vocal performance was top notch. I mean, it's what you would expect from a collab like this caliber.
Right.
And then the pen game, the pen game is gonna be there. Sam Smith don't play around with his pen. He be on that shit. They're emotional. They wear their hearts on their sleeve. And the song is pretty much talking about, the risk you take when you ready to find love and jump into that bag with somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like love, it ain't for the faint of heart. It ain't no bullshit. Like it's the real deal. It's beautiful, but it's serious. And when you do it, you taking a risk, you opening up your heart to somebody, and that's always, you being vulnerable with somebody, that's always a risky situation because you never know how that's gonna pan out. And that's what they're alluding to in the song. But he's pretty much like, look, I know the risks, but I'm ready. Like, I'm ready for love. Like, I know all this bullshit that could come with it, but fuck all that. Like, I'm ready. Like, so I'm opening myself up and we here with it. And then Demi Lovato was like, yeah, like, I feel the same way. Like, what's up? Like, I'm ready too. Like, you know what? We both gonna get out here and we gonna do our thing. And they singing like they really ready. So shout out to them, man. I gave it a loud 65%. I thought it was dope.
Out
yeah,
to
man.
them.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm basically just echoing everything you said.
Yo, what's going on today? The whole episode, like this is a record. This is like a record.
I'm just echoing everything you said because
for our first time viewers and listeners, this never happens. By the way, we are never this close. I ain't even hear his grades yet, but he's saying he echoing, so I'm assuming it's something around what I said. But this is crazy. This is 3 for 3. All right, what was your actual grade?
It's actually allowed for me as well.
What's the percentage? That's crazy.
I gave it a 74 though.
Okay.
I gave it a 74.
Oh, you on the cusp of a fire.
Yeah, because I'm gonna tell you why.
You petty.
I'm gonna tell you why.
You
but
petty.
I gotta serve it. Here we go.
Go ahead.
All right, so the song is everything you said. I love that it starts bassy, that rumbling bass comes in,
that opening tough.
and then he come in with his verse, the beat drop, it snap. So I'm like, those is hip hop cheat codes.
Yeah.
You're not slick, you're not low.
No, he does that regularly though. Him and Ed Sheeran, like they do that.
They do it, but here's why they do it. The producer of the track, Ilya, he is a producer that is known for hits like Ariana Grande's "Break Up with Your Boyfriend," I'm Bored. That was a bop. That was it. The shit snap. Normani's "Motivation" and Beyonce's "Spirit." Those are all big pop songs that were really viral and were really popular when they came out. So I'm not surprised that that's the kind of thing going on here and in the sound, which I can appreciate.
It makes sense.
But they're not slick. I'm just saying.
We people. But, I mean, we artists though. We supposed to.
We artists. We supposed to peep that. You know what I'm saying? But it is very good song. I think one of the real cool things about it is Sam Smith and Demi Lovato are such powerhouse singers. The song could have easily just went left and go overboard, and they did doing too much.
Too
many runs and trying to do.
We don't need all
gospel, and don't need all of that.
No.
Their producer kind of brought them in, honed it back, and
gave them a lot of room to work. Like that beat had a lot of room and a lot of pocket to play around in.
And it just builds. The whole song builds, and then it climaxes the end, and that's where you hear them kind of like belt it out, and that's the end of the song.
Yeah.
And I like songs that start off understated and then kind of just low key give you powerful, relatable lyrics.
It moves.
And it moves exactly. So loud 74
They did
cents.
That, man. Shout out to them.
A banger.
Shout out to them. Hey, we got a loud 65% and a
loud
74%. Yo, we've been neck and neck the whole episode pretty much.
Yes, we have.
Okay. Well, let's see how this gonna fare with our ally of the day.
Our ally of the day.
Who do we have?
Boy, stop. It's my girl.
Oh, shit.
It's my girl, Brandy. Miss Brandy Norwood. Yes. She's our ally of the day. All
right. She got so many joints. Like, I love her. Jesus.
So let me break Brandy down for you.
Go ahead.
She is one of the best-selling female artists of all time with more than 40 million albums sold, owing to her distinctive tone and her intricate riffs. Those riffs that she do, she's the only one that does this. My girl. She started out 1994, solo album. She kind of broke out with that. Hit sitcom, Moesha, you know her with the braids. If you don't know, or if you might be a little too young to know Moesha, it was a
Love
very,
that
very
show.
uplifting show that showcased a
That was
black
one of the shows I
female,
grew up on.
black middle class families, and kind of showing them in a real, real positive and uplifting light. So very great show. She was the star. And of course, after that, Never Say Never came out, broke through, setting records. Those from that era might recall "The Boy Is Mine." It is still one of the longest running hit
Fam,
singles by two lead
fam.
female
Do
artists.
you remember how much of an event that video
That
release
was
was when the
and
video came out?
son.
Like
I
we
think
at that point, I don't think we had really ever seen like two R&B powerhouses click up like that.
females, teen sensations.
But
They
then
were
we
both teen
already thought it was
sensations.
tension, so they played into the
They
tension.
played into the tension,
They
and then
bodied that.
they did the Grammy performance, of course, and they played into that, and that was kind of like a really big platform. And to this day, people still think that they beefing.
But that's
but that's how the
they
stardom goes. That's how
they
I thought.
bodied that, fam.
They really did. It's really a
They killed
classic
it.
song. But she's going on to release to a string of acting roles, more critical acclaim, follow-ups like Full Moon, Aphrodisiac, 211. She had a rough patch when she got into that car accident
Mm.
in 2006. Her stock kind of went down a little bit, but she's been
She
back
ain't really been
since.
the same since, but
Not really, but
she's trying to make that comeback.
she's making this comeback. She's been coming back. She has her reality show, Brandy and Ray J. What is it? Brandy and Ray J. A Family Business,
Mm.
and that was popping for a couple of years. She did a couple of shows on BET, and she did Broadway. Broke out in Chicago with her Broadway debut, and
That's tough.
she's been back, and now she's here with her
Hey, shout
brand
out to
new
Brandy.
single. Shout out to brand new Brandy
Fun
with the
fact.
ba- Oh, here we go. What we got?
This
What we got?
this is a little bit of a personal fun fact, but she was
Okay.
the first chick I saw with the Chun Li buns. Remember Chun Li
'Cause
from Street
right,
Fighter? She had the buns like
she
I want to
did.
be that I want to be down video. That was like one of the most distinctful things I remember about that video because I'm like,
The
damn, like
Chun Li
who is this
buns.
black chick with the Chun Li
The
buns? I'm
Chun
like,
Li
yo, I
buns.
never saw that before. That just blew my mind. And
It's
then
iconic. Her braids are
it
iconic.
was
That's
Brandy,
just
fam. That was like her first. That's why they say like image and all that shit. That shit does play a big role
it really
in artistry
does.
and all that shit. Like that's
People
amazing.
always remember Brandy
I
for
never
her
forgot that.
braids.
Like that was like the first image I remember of Brandy.
Oh my God. My first image of Brandy probably came a little later around Never Say Never, probably Boy Is Mine era. That was really an
Mhm.
event because that was kind of the first times I really gravitated towards a big pop culture moment, and it was an R&B led moment. So that was
Mhm.
my first glance. And my sisters both had Never Say Never, so I was either stealing one from the other, trying to replace them, and then burning them things onto my computer, the album, because that album smacked. But anyway,
Yeah, and
Baby
she's
Mama.
always like she's performed at like prides and stuff like that before, right? Like I feel
She
like
isn't. You're right. You're right. You're right. I was about to bring this up. She is an ally. This is why we chose her as an ally. We have our 3-point system. In 2002 or 2012, she supported Spirit Day by recognizing anti-bullying and homophobia wearing a purple ribbon.
mm,
She has performed at the Pride events. That is another reason in LA and Atlanta.
mhm.
And recently, she just gave an interview on The Advocate and praised Q plus rising rappers like Lil Nas X and Young M.A. So,
Okay, shout out to Brandy, man. Ally
shout
of the
out to
day.
Brandy, ally
Word,
of the day. And now
word.
she has this new single, Baby Mama,
Uh-oh.
came out just in time, really, for Mother's Day. Came out May 1st. Mother's
Mm-hmm.
Day was the following weekend. And it is the lead single from her next album entitled B7.
Oh, okay.
And because seventh album.
That's what's up.
The cover, beautiful, beautiful album
The
cover.
album
Have you
cover, I
peeped
ain't
the
even see
cover?
that. I ain't even
That
see that.
she is kind of working. She got the Cleopatra beads going on.
Well, this is her from the video. This is the baby mama video.
The baby mama video.
Looking amazing as always.
Looking amazing. And I'm going to just give it to you. This song is fire again.
Oh, shit. Oh,
More
shit.
Fire for your asses.
Oh, shit.
More fire. 85% fire.
Ooh.
Like, bruh.
85?
85.
God damn.
I really do like this song. This is kind of a return. Like, okay, she's been on this wave since the last album she did, 211, about 2012. But of course, her sound is upgraded a little bit. She got Hit Boy, who's known for, I think the Canadian producer known for a lot of Drake songs. It's a real.
He not Canadian. He from LA, I think. But yeah, he did.
I fucked that up.
He did niggas in Paris.
Right.
Worked with Hov and Kanye and them. But he worked with Drake. But he worked with a lot of people. But he nice. Hit Boy. A lot of people.
He is out here, and Brandy is out here with this track, which is produced by him. And this song
I didn't even know he produced this.
Yeah. Fire. Check it. And on the song, she's giving you everything you love about Brandy. Like her voice, she give you the tone, she give you the runs, she give you the vibe, like, and it's a good message because she's kind of evolving the whole perception of a baby mama. We always associate them with drama, but Brandy is a baby mother. She has a beautiful daughter, Sarai. I think she's a singer now. I want to say she is. She was born around 2002, so that makes her about 21.
Wow.
Am I adding that up wrong?
1-year-old? That's crazy.
Yeah, she's, so her daughter's like full grown and she's out here singing. And of course, like I said, baby mama's good message. She raised her daughter right. All baby mamas ain't out here trifling and doing dumb shit. Baby mamas are really out here working and being mother and father, raising their own children. And it definitely needs to be celebrated. And I think this song definitely celebrates that movement for me.
Look at that. Okay.
I just
got
thought
a fire on our hands.
The only thing about the song that kept it from being more, because I was weighing the moon rock. I really was.
Ooh,
legit.
Wow.
I was weighing the moon rock.
Oh man.
The lyrics, the lyrics are pretty good until she talking about so you can't milk us up. We ain't a motherfucker, we will light you up. I'm like, Brandy, you ain't have to say all of that. You ain't have to like come and dust them off like that. I thought it was a little, out of whack.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I can forgive her because, it's still a great song. It's still a bop for me. And them horns do a lot. Ooh. I love them horns. So I'm giving it up.
All right. Fire. I enjoyed the song a lot too. I really like this song. I thought it was a loud though. I didn't think it was a fire. I thought it was a loud. I gave it a loud 65%.
All right.
It's still dope though. It's a dope song. I like it. Like you said, this is Brandy in her bag. She giving us exactly what we want to hear from Brandy. Like, soon as them horns came on, like I got that Dark Child full moon vibe. I was like, whoa, where we going? Like, this is yeah. And then they brought that 2020 bounce to it, which I thought was crazy.
2020 bounce.
Hit Boy body that. I didn't even know he produced that. But
sure
it's her in her bag. She killed it. The vocal performance, it was Brandy. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like Brandy going off. Like, this is Brandy in her chill bag. This is like her, rolling up, pulling up to the hood, going to see Ray J, like, what up? Like, this is kind of that vibe. Like, it's a dope vibe, you know what I'm saying? And I enjoyed it a lot. It's cool, it's vibey. Give me that LA nice day drop top. You want to ride around.
Right.
Dope. And then Chance came in and went off. Like, so the reason why I didn't think it was a fire is because her lyrics were a little bit confusing to me at first. Like, when I was trying to follow and see what she was talking about with the baby, because first, baby mama, you don't know where that's gonna go. First, it was sounding like she was addressing the other baby mama of like somebody who she was messing with or used to mess with, or it sounded like she was the baby mama at times and she was talking to her baby father, who she's like, yeah, I don't want you no more, and I'm good, I don't need you. Like, and that's what I thought was the whole message.
Right.
It was like, sometimes it just got different. Like, it was a little confusing at times to find out who she was talking to. But it wasn't that many moments. It was like a couple moments that kind of just confused me a little bit. But once I played it back and listened a couple more times, I got it.
To be honest with you, I thought the same thing. The songwriting is definitely not perfect, and it did confuse me. I just listened to it more, and I think I probably got into more of what the song was about through interviews more, and that's how I figured it out. So you're right.
And it's more like like how we say the execution of it. Like the concept was there, and it was like she was going for like a baby mama anthem, like a single mother anthem. More like a single mother anthem as opposed to like just your baby mama, like boom, boom, boom.
Right.
That's normally, you know, they associate a negative connotation with that. But she, you know, she's trying to flip it on his head, and you know, I see like I see what she was trying to do, but it's interesting because the beat is kind of more of it doesn't really complement that concept, and I think that was the biggest like confusion, if anything. You know what I'm saying? It was kind of like this beat more so you want to hear something a little different on that, which I lean against that because sometimes, you know, the beat tell you something else. Like sometimes you listen to the beat and it tell you to write this and tell you to write that.
Yeah.
But then when I hear this beat, I'm like, damn, like I'm in LA, like I feel like I need a Bacardi Breezer or something. Like, what we doing? What we talking about? But then she like, it's almost like the content is trying to gear towards like a anthem for like single mothers, which is dope.
Yeah.
But overall, the song plays well, and it's a nice listen. It's dope. It's like Brandy. You want to hear Brandy? She's back. She sounds good. And Chance the Rapper, he went in from the aspect of like, yeah, like I'm with her now, and she don't need you no more. Like she is doing her thing. You ain't the only one who could take out the trash. Like she's good now. She don't need you to do. You know what I'm saying? I got that now.
She cool. Never ever.
She bodied that. They played off each other well, which I thought was dope.
Did.
But yeah, I gave it a loud 65%. Shout out to them, man.
Good choice for a guest rapper. I think Chance the Rapper fits.
That's a nice fit. I like
kind
that.
Of fit.
And he's in that tree. He's along that tree that like fuck with Brandy. You know that Brandy tree.
Yeah, of course.
We love Brandy.
Of course. There you go. That's what we asked. So we was 3 for 4. We kind of pretty close.
Yeah. We couldn't get 4 for 4. That'd have been too much, man. I don't know. That's a lie. Might happen one day. You never know though. We gotta keep an eye on it. 4 for 4 though. I mean, even the first one, because the first one was a mid. I gave it a loud. You gave it a mid, but we was off the percentage by like 3.
Close,
so that's like pretty much the same grade.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Shout out to Brandy. Go check out that Baby Mama featuring Chance, and make sure y'all look out for that album coming soon.
Look
B7,
out for that album. B7 coming out in July.
Number 7.
Set a date.
Oh,
B7.
Okay. The 7th month, her 7th album. I wonder if it's coming out 7/7.
It's actually coming out July 31st.
Oh, all right.
July 30th. But that would have been like, that would have been some shit.
Come on, she don't know how to. Come on, I got this. Holla at me, marketing. I got your brand. I got you. Let me handle your rollout.
Holla at your man, EarthTone.
Let me handle your rollout.
Sherlock Tone.
All right, man. But that's enough of this music. You know, along with the music, we got to see what's going on in the streets, man. What's
in
popping?
These streets.
You know what I'm saying?
You are ready.
What's going on, man, in these motherfucking streets? Because I know it's a lot. It's a lot going on. It's heavy out here.
Dog, the streets is on fire. That's what I got to say to you. The
figuratively and literally.
It's on, yes. The streets are on fire. Just like Lupe Fiasco said on that song. And the cool
y'all
streets
album.
Are on fire too. You know what I'm saying? That shit came to life. Like, that's kind of really what's going on. But we're going to hit you with these notable releases.
Okay.
There's a lot of activity going on in the Q Plus community.
A lot of music coming.
Let's give a shout out to Darcy Dundada. He just dropped his new EP, Big Fish, Little Pond.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It includes the banger that we reviewed. What is it? Snowfall. Yeah, so that's on there.
Yep.
Got Kalani. She got her new album out. I don't know what order album. She's been dropping albums and mixtapes out the wazoo.
She's been going off. She produces a lot.
Yeah, so she's got her new record. It was good until it wasn't. Shout out to her for that one.
That title, that's hard.
Yeah. Fun fact about Kalani, and remember when we did the song that she did with Keisha Cole, All Me?
Yes.
That's not on the album.
Fam, I heard about this.
And they did the video for it, or tried to do the video. Did you hear about what happened when
and it hurt my heart. It hurt my heart. I'm
trying to understand what's really going on
I hate
here.
That. I hate when that happens, especially when the song's so fire. Like,
I forgot what I rated that. I think I rated it at least
you didn't get a loud. I gave it a fire. You gave it a loud.
Yeah,
I remember I was going crazy.
Yeah,
but we both was like, this song is crazy, and I hate when that happens. Like, it sucks. It sucks.
I mean, it would have been.
It happens though, but it sucks.
It's really sad when it does. So it's not on the album, but shout out to Kalani anyway for her new album. We got Young M.A. She's hitting us with
Young
the Red
Ma.
Young Ma. You know what I'm saying? Just smacked us with that during this whole COVID situation.
She was out there getting into it with the police. You saw her?
I did not see her.
She had a little run-in. Well, one of her fans, I think somebody was coming up to her, like, just trying to say what's up. One of her fans, and the police was, like, harassing her. And her whole squad was, like, barking on them. Like, yo, but why y'all pulling her over? Like, what is the reason? Like, it was a little mess. But shout out to her. I think she's safe and sound. She good. I think she down there in the LA, in the A running around.
It's a lot of melees going on, man. The streets is on fire. We're going to continue. Fun fact about the Young M.A. Guess who's rocking that album?
Who?
Eminem.
Wait, what?
Eminem came out. I think he did an interview with, I forgot. It was one. It's like he only did like 2 interviews, but I forgot who he did this interview with. And they asked him about quarantine and what he was doing and what he was listening to.
He dropped
Young Ma name.
What did I get at? I gave that a loud. I think.
I think I gave it a loud. We definitely riffed on that.
We both gave it
on that M. And then
on Young M.A. album.
Oh, and Young M.A. I think I also gave it a loud. Yeah. So you already know Young M.A. repping, and we got Lady Gaga. Lady Gaga just dropped her 6th new album, brand new album, Chromatica. What could we say about Lady Gaga?
I still ain't even heard yet. Did you hear it? Did you hear the
album? I've not heard the album yet because there's been so much going on.
I've heard good things. I gotta check it out.
A lot. I've heard good things too. Like I hear that it's a return to form, just like we said about her singles.
Yeah.
The singles are bopping, and I really think it's probably a good album. I'm gonna definitely check it out. But Chromatica's out. You already know what it is. We got some other notable releases, all right?
Shout out to Dirty Hannah. Dirty Hannah out here on his country swag. He got the joint Wrangler that just dropped on all streaming platforms. Go check that out.
Right.
And also under the Pink Gorilla umbrella, Bugs Gutter dropped Pressure. He got the video out and a single he put out for that, which is directed by Oliver Twist, actually, who's also a Twist artist. So shout out to the Q Plus community, man, doing their thing, keeping the music coming, keeping it thriving, keeping it going, keeping the creativity flowing, and keeping us, distracted from all of the mayhem and the crazy shit that's going on in the world right now. I mean, we got to focus on it. It is what it is. It's part of life, but you can't focus on it 24/7. We need that escape. And music provides that for us. So shout out to y'all, man.
Shout out to all of y'all. This is the best thing we could be doing to make our blackness thrive in the whole light of what's going on anyway. Let's keep doing our thing because we're killing it. So speaking of Bugs, let's talk about this mini-series that he got with Chad, The Pink Gorilla Effect. It's really cool. Like I thought it was gonna be like a long drawn out thing. I had certain thoughts about it.
It's like a little mini series.
It is. It's like 15-minute episodes, and there's a lot packed into each episode, and it's kind of really shown really nicely. And all it really is kind of like a look at the Pink Gorilla roster, and basically the circle that Bugs kind of inhabits and orbits around. You see all of the artists that he represents. You got Tia Carter in there. You got Goldie on there. You got Kaiser, which was in one of the episodes, cutting his hair, giving him that fade. The first episode introduces the cast. You got Transgiving going on. Transgiving is an event done by the Ghost Project. And I don't know if you had seen season 3, one of the episodes in season 3 of The Circle, New York City, there was an event done by the Ghost Project. Ghost Project is a nonprofit organization that supports transitioning people who are in the trans community and the non-binary community. Kind of gives them resources and places to turn to when they need a little bit of support through things like clothing, testing, counseling, and empowerment. And Transgiving is one of the events that they do around Thanksgiving time for basically the whole family to come through and get something to eat.
Yeah.
And it's a beautiful thing. Like, shout out to them.
Word.
You got the label photo shoot, of course, everybody's on deck. And you got the tribute to Ty Couture, who was one of the biggest supporters of your boy Nunu, who produces the Pink Gorilla Effect. He supported the Circle New York City with his reviews, and unfortunately had an untimely death. I want to say it was not long after the Circle season 3 ended. You remember, like, around the time period that you kind of lost him?
Was it fall, like last fall?
Yeah.
It was sometime around then.
Sometime around there,
in
but
the last year.
They definitely gave him a proper tribute on the first episode. Like, I was shocked to hear about it because I used to watch his reviews and I know all about his personality. And, I didn't know he was going through so many things, which is one of the things that they were talking about on the show. So it's just sad to see such a light in our community kind of like go out like that. And but we definitely want to, give him tell him to rest in paradise, and hopefully his family and everybody that's known him is able to get through and process this in a safe and healthy way, because it's really sad situation.
It was dope that they had did that. It was crazy. Like, I had never met him, but the way, like, he would do the reviews and the recaps of the show.
Yeah.
And it was like so regular, like right at every show he was recapping, and to the point we was watching it as much as we was watching the actual episodes. And it was like we got to know him through those recaps, and it was kind of crazy, like, to hear the news. I was like, ooh, it fucked everybody up. So it was
really
dope that they did that. It was good to see that on the show, and they paid homage like that. So
it's excellent. I never shout out to Bugs and Chad. I never seen anything like that, and this is exactly why I love us, because we're doing shit that nobody ever is thinking about doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, this, it's just beautiful to me. Episode 2, you got to see a little bit of Goldie performing her new single, Mind Control. You got a session for his infamous single that we reviewed on here, Fuck a Plate. You got Tia Carter and Goldie. Tia Carter kind of mentoring Goldie, and they were talking about getting surgery, doing breast augmentation, which I thought was real kind of cute, touching, intimate little thing. And I really dig that, because I always wonder how the conversation goes, because a lot of the trans community, they are, the trans community that I'm familiar with, and I'm not saying this is for everybody, this is just what I've seen with people that I know and associates that know people in the trans community. They have their own language, and they have to talk about certain things because not all of them know really what to do or how to deal with certain real life situations. So I just always wonder how some of those conversations work out. And definitely the surgery thing is interesting to hear, because I'll probably never ask anyone of trans identity like anything about their surgery or their how they go through the process. I think it's really should be a private thing, and I try to stay out of that, and I just respect what they want.
As you should.
So watching them talk about it was really like enlightening for me. Yeah. So if anything, but it was still comical. It was still funny because I'm trying to see if Goldie gonna get some double E's or whatnot. We gonna see. She gonna be snap. You already know she's snap on stage.
You already know.
Imagine her.
You're not gonna be able to tell her nothing. You're not gonna be able to tell her anything.
My God.
Shout out to Goldie. I love Goldie.
Shout out to Goldie and the Pink Gorilla family. And in these streets out here, like I said, they are on fire tonight. You already know protests been going on for the past few days. I think we're on our 5th day since we saw that unfortunate video of George Floyd basically suffocating to death under a police officer's knee for 9 minutes. I've
Disgusting.
not
It's disgusting.
seen. It's disgusting. It's disgraceful, and I have not seen it. I refuse. I only can catch it
I
when it's on
can't.
the
Yeah,
news
it's a
and
real
they
quick
see the
clip. Once I
clips.
see it, I'm like,
I'm
yeah, I
not,
can't
and I
watch it.
heard the part of him screaming for his mother who is dead, and I'm like, I can't deal with that. Like I'm not like that is just it's just inhumane for anybody. I think to just find that entertaining because this is we now have on video somebody literally dying,
And then the family, like his family
and then the
is
family,
gotta
and then the
watch that.
public, the world is watching at the same time, and we're going through this pandemic, and we're already at a disadvantage just because we're people of color, and it's a cop again. You know what I'm saying? So many things going on. So I really do get the fervor behind the protesting, the looting, and just kind of letting our pain out because niggas is broke, niggas don't have jobs, niggas don't got basically a tomorrow to look forward to because all of that has been gone in the course of 2-3 months.
That's
So
crazy. The world just
your
flipped
whole life, if you can imagine, niggas was already fucked up
on
before the
top of like
coronavirus, on top of
shit on top of
struggling.
shit.
And now you hand us this, and this is what's going on. So yeah, I really do get it, and this is exactly why I'm out here giving you the real life realness over here. You know what I'm saying? Loving this beautiful black body because
Absolutely.
we on Instagram right now. We doing the Blackout Tuesday, and I don't really condone it. I get it as a form of protest, but I looked into the origins, and I'm like. And I'm also like, this doesn't really make sense to me because how is this actually supposed to help the situation that we're in? And let this be a trend thing. Let this be something that we forget about by fall, by Labor Day. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm really just after everything we just discussed, if this is something that falls out of favor or, becomes something less of a topic, because how many actual people's problems do you think are going to be solved by the time the states really, really start bringing businesses back? You know what I'm saying? How quickly do you think those 40 million jobs that were lost are really going to come back? It took the whole decade, the 2010s, from the Great Recession to get those jobs, and we lost them in 3 months. Niggas gonna be out here fucked up for a minute.
Yeah.
So let's think about that when we're doing these protest situations and we're doing things like the Blackout Tuesday, which is, I mean,
I mean,
like I
it's
said,
just
it's great, but you know, in the
we
context of what we're going through right now, I just think we need a whole lot more.
yeah.
So
I mean, we just
I'm
gotta be smart with what we're doing, man. Like even like the blackout thing, it's like even that, it's like everything is just like a distraction. Like we need to focus on the active things we should be doing to make better change. Like I'd rather you post a black square than go out and loot and rob. You know what I'm saying? It's just like
right.
just be smart about what you're doing. Like certain things is just like not even worth like giving the attention to. Like this is going to be a long fix. This isn't a quick fix. This is
It's not.
definitely going to lose its fervor and its trendiness way before we find the actual solution, because this has been going on for a while. This is like, I feel like I'm going back and watching a show that I've seen on Netflix that's
Way
just,
too many
you know what I'm saying?
times.
Like I just keep seeing the same show. Like it's just playing in the background. It's just like, I'm hoping if it does feel different this time around, I'm hoping that it does spark a real change, but it's going to start with like the younger generation, the youth, because we
It
got a
really
lot of
is.
people in this country that are just stuck in their ways and they are who they are and it's going to be who
Hmm.
they're going to be. And we're going to keep seeing these recurrences. We're going to keep seeing shit happen. The one thing that is nice and positive that in all of these situations, you always see the humanity of our race. You always see those instances of you see other cops kneeling in protest and standing with people. Like you
Absolutely.
always see those signs of unity that come out. But why we got to be the catalyst? Like, why the catalyst got to be the death of a black man for that shit to happen? It's like,
exactly.
come on, like, and then we're gonna go back into the same cycle. It's like you get tired after a while. But I'm hoping that this time around, like this, I've never seen this. Like the protest on top of a pandemic. Like the world is so fucked up that we had to get smacked in the face twice. Like the pandemic. Like, oh, y'all still want to act up? Now handle that. It's like, yo, what we gonna get hit with next? You know what I'm saying? Like, and then are we gonna be able to get through that?
We just don't know, man. It's a really, really sad thing. But I'm just here to say that I do, and let me be clear. I am not against any kind of protesting, and even if it is a form like we're doing it online, I don't inherently mind the idea of digital activism. You know, I don't inherently mind that because at least it's a way for people to show their support and that solidarity, and every little bit counts.
Yeah, some
you know
people scared to go out and protest.
But that just can't be where it ends.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And that's my whole thing.
That can't be the only thing. You can't post that and feel like, all right, I done my share.
You did your job. You did your share.
You know what I'm saying? Let me go hit on these snacks. Like, nah.
Yeah, because we don't get a break from being black.
Exactly.
So here we are. This is what I'm giving you right here. And you know, if my black body's on the line because it's worth less, I'm just showing you that this is what it is, and I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna be all me, and I'm gonna continue to give to my brothers and sisters all of the support that I can, and show my solidarity in other ways. I choose to do it other ways, but I definitely commend everybody at least giving a little bit right now. So, you know, let's keep strong and let's do more. Let's make sure that we're going to be doing more. And I've been a proponent. A lot of people might not be a proponent of just the way the government works and the government system. I think that the government does work in certain instances with the right people in the office. So my whole thing is find out who your district attorneys are, find out who is in your city council, find out who your state senate representative is, find out who your district representative is for the for Congress in the House of Representatives. Find out who those people are and vote them out if they're not doing their job.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Because that's what's going to continue to go on. The government will continue to make money. The government will continue to find insidious ways to try to keep us from letting our voice out. So I think that is a very healthy way to express your pain. Go to the ballot box and get these motherfuckers out of here, especially the one in the White House, especially. So that's where I'm at. It's the real Peasy giving it to you live from the streets. What we got, EarthTone?
Hey, man. I don't know after that. It's a whole lot. Shit, it's a whole lot going on. But you hit it on the head, man. We got to vote. I'm definitely guilty of that myself. Like, we always look like, oh, we got to get the president, like the president. Make sure you vote across the board, locally, find out
down ballot, all of it.
And if you're not aware, like I said, I'm guilty of this myself. You could do the research. You could Google it. Find out what's going on. Find out how the shit work. Find out the process. It's pretty much like a tree, a branch, and it works just like any other system. Like how if you got an office or a business, you got your managers, you got your directors, you got executives. Like it's the same shit. Just find out who these people are that make the decisions that really affect you on the ground level. And make a real change, man. Because you gotta hit it. We gotta do everything. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta do everything.
Your way. You gotta get your rage out because you can't let that get pent up. You gotta find ways to, get that out. Find outlets for that. But you also gotta make smart decisions and make true progressive action moves. You know what I'm saying? Like things that are tangible that you could take and be like, okay, yeah, this is something I could see that we could do and improve and work off of that. So.
After you cut yourself breaking into Chanel and getting them Chanel bags, because that's what they was doing in Soho the other day. Then breaking into these stores. After you do your thing there, make sure you take your rage, take that same energy. And if you live in New York,
you gotta
June 23rd, go vote, go hit the ballot up and vote everybody out that you're not feeling. Absolutely. Down ballot, everything. Do it all.
Man. Enough of that, man. It's a lot going on in the streets. I need to blow off my own motherfucking steam. And you know what I like to do. Give me a fucking headache. I'm about to take it to the motherfucking smoking section.
Come on, Smokin Section. Because we're
We about to
doing
have a smoking session
session
in
in the Smokin
Why was
Section.
you was going mad slow? Like, come on, my nigga.
I'm doing it.
You was
I'm
like,
doing it with you.
That N was long as hell.
All right, go ahead.
You see how
man.
2020 treating us, man? Got us stressing out here. We can't even get the taglines together.
Streets still on fire.
Lord.
Here we
The
go.
streets are on fire as well as this L right now. So, you know, we in the smoking section, man. And I got to see what's going on because we always have a question around this time.
Right.
You know, dealing with the 420 culture, cannabis, weed, trees, ganja, reefer. You know what I'm saying? Any other pet name you might have for it. But speaking of all of this, we want to know, what's the shelf life? Like, how long does my weed last? Like, can I just find that shit like 3 weeks later and it's all, you know, hard and stale? And, you know, can I still break this up? Can I still throw it in a bowl and smoke it? Like, how long? What's the expiration date? Because when you get it, you don't get no expiration date.
What's the shelf life?
Yeah, what's the shelf life? What we talking about? So I did a little digging. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, Sherlock Tone is back in the house.
You know what I'm saying? Did a little research.
In the house.
And I came up with a little bit of info. So I'm going to share that with you all.
Okay.
All right. So, I mean, I still wasn't able to find a clear, definitive expiration date. So it's not like a clear cut, like, all right, if you smoke trees after 5 years, then you'll catch a heart attack or blah, blah, blah. Like, it ain't no definitive research out there that's telling you like, all right, this is the definitive date. You kind of got to go off of, you know, the look of it and how well you store it and keep it. But on average, when it's stored properly, it should last between 6 months to a year. So that's about the range you want to be, you know, storing trees. Now, at the end of the day, if you're not copping in bulk, you don't really got to worry about this anyway, because you're not storing a gram for 6 months. Like
most people.
Like, if you holding on to a gram for 6 months, my nigga, like, you might as well just stop smoking. Like,
I forgot about that shit. I forgot about it.
Yeah, but I mean, if you happen to forgot about it, that's cool. But if you storing or you happen to forget like a large amount, up to like 6 months to a year, maybe a little bit longer, depending on how well you're taking care of it. So, of course, with that is, how do you store it? Like, how should you be keeping your trees? Of course, it should be like in a cool, dark place, because it is a plant, and you don't, I mean, it's not a live plant, but you don't want it to dry out. That's one thing everybody hates. Everybody hates the dry ass, brittle ass trees. Like, that's one good sign of the trees is the moistness. Yeah. So you want to keep it in a cool, dark area. And then you also have to think about mold, which we kind of talked about a couple of other times. Mold thrives between 77 and 86 degrees Fahrenheit. So that's the temperature that mold can thrive in. So you don't want to keep it close to that. You want to keep it cooler than 75 degrees. And then if you have excess heat, like we said, that's going to dry out your trees, and that's also going to give you, you know, it's going to ruin the taste, and it's going to give you that harsh hit. Like, when you hit it, it's going to be like that bitter, rough, like you got chemicals in it and all that. And you don't want that. That's nasty. So I have a list of do's and don'ts that you want to do when you come to storing your weed. And like I said, this is really like, if you have a few grams here and there, 9 times out of 10, you're not going to have that hanging around a crib for too long. You're going to smoke that in like a day or two. But if you cop in like, you know, quarters, or you got like a half, or, you know, an ounce, you're not going to smoke that up in like 2 days. That's going to be around for a little bit. So you want to store it properly so you get the best quality for the longest time. So some of the things you do want to do is, you definitely, like we spoke about, you want to store it in a dark area, no direct sunlight. You don't want to have it like in an area where the sun just going to be hitting it, frying it up, baking it. You don't want to do that shit. You want to have it in a dark place without any exposed light. You also want to keep it in a glass jar.
Glass jar.
Yeah, that's the best thing you could possibly keep for, like, especially a vacuum sealed glass jar. Like, that's the number one thing you could store like a large amount of trees in. That's primary. You can use other things like the plastic bag and all that. You could get away with that with lesser amounts. But like I said, if you're storing like a big amount of a large amount of trees, you want to use that glass jar. So that's definitely a good investment to make if you're gonna be, copping a lot of trees. The little mason jars.
I see folks with like 2 pounds in the mason jar, like at least maybe 2 pounds, 3.
That's the move, and that's how they keep it in the dispensaries too. Like they keep them in like glass casings and all of that. And then also this is like OD, but the humidity. So if you can modify the humidity, like they have devices out there, like like an air humidifier and stuff like that, that you can modify the humidity. But you want to manage that. You don't want that too high. You don't want that too low. You want it right in the middle, because again, you want mold. So you don't want too much moisture in the air, because that's where the mold gonna thrive. And then the ideal situation, whatever you use, you want to vacuum seal it. So like I said, with the jars, they come with the little vacuum seal top. You could kind of snap it and seal it on, or you could use the vacuum sealed bags. Those are always great, and that keeps the freshness of the trees for longer. Of course, when you open it, that kind of shortens it. But if you're storing it for a while, then you have that in that vacuum seal, it's gonna stay fresher longer. And then you want to separate your strains. So you don't want to have your Kush in the same jar with your White Widow. Like, you know what I'm saying? You want to separate it. You don't want to just throw all your shit in there. You just got a rainbow or another. Like, you don't know what's what. You want to keep your shit divided, separated, because like you said, some strands give you different feelings. Sativas, more uppity. Indicas in the couch. What if you want to be uppity? You don't want to be hitting your indicas. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to keep them, separated.
You want to keep it separate.
Yeah, know what you're smoking.
Makes sense.
Responsibly, you know what I'm saying? So those are the do's. And then for the don'ts, this is a good one. Do not store your trees in the fridge. This is one thing that people have done. I've done it myself before in the past. People have been known to do it, but don't do it. For one, the humidity fluctuates a lot in the fridge, so that's not good for the trees.
Right.
And then also, like, the coldness and that cold air, it has more water in it. So when that is absorbed by the trees, it messes up the flavor. So you got the humidity fluctuation and you got the flavor that messes up. So you don't want to put your trees in the freezer. It doesn't extend the shelf life. That's a myth. I thought that at one point myself. It doesn't. It's like putting the batteries in the freezer. Like, you be thinking that shit, but it don't really do nothing. But
and this rule is so underrated. Never keep your trees in the refrigerator.
Yo, the 10 tree commandments. All right, we got to do it. That might be one of the beats we got to pick, but we're gonna keep that on the low.
All right. So I'm on that.
And then also plastic bag. You don't want to keep it in a plastic bag, like I mentioned. You want to keep it in a glass jar. If you do got to keep it in a plastic bag, vacuum seal it. Make sure it's vacuum sealed. Like if somebody's selling you trees and they give you like one of them little sandwich baggies that don't even got the Ziploc on it, that you got to flip and fold, fam, you gotta get you a new plug.
I've gotten that before. Definitely
get you a new plug, my G. Like, you gotta step your game up.
Curve.
And then you don't want to store it in heat, like we said. Like, so you don't want to store it. You got to think. You don't want to store it in the sun, of course, but you also don't want to store it next to like an appliance or something that heats up, like an electronic or something like that, because that also emits heat. So you want to keep you want to keep your trees. Don't put it on top of the computer. Don't put it on top of the heater. Don't do none of that. See,
this shit was on the speaker. It was on.
You doing one of the don'ts.
See, that's why I fucks with you.
It's the game. I got you. And then last but not least, you don't want to store your trees next to your paraphernalia, like next to your pipe, next to your lighter and all that stuff. You want to keep it separate, because especially when you have the pipe, after you smoke it, you don't necessarily clean it right away. You got that tar smell, that scent kind of seeps into the trees, can also mess with the flavor. So it's just, and then it's also needed. Like, you want to keep everything separated. So one of the don'ts, do not store your trees in the same place as your paraphernalia. Keep everything separate. Keep it nice, keep it neat, keep it labeled, keep it funky. And that's how we gonna do it, man, today in the smoking section. You know what I'm saying? You learn, you got about 6 months to a year to leave that nug in the coat and then go find it in the pocket. You know what I'm saying? Once you're waiting in line to go in the club, like, oh shit, this nug been in here for like 7 months. Yo, you probably still good. You know what I'm saying? So
you know what? I might slip and not smoke that long, but smoke, a little longer than expected. But I don't think I'm gonna go at least.
That's what I'm saying. Like these is like big dog numbers. These is like if you really like if you copping in bulk or if you copping from more than one person.
Right.
Just so you know. If you want to get that pound or whatever.
So I'm good keeping it in the little vacuum seal bag when I get it from the plug. You know what I'm saying? The actual.
That's perfect.
Kind of zipped.
Just make sure you close it. When you're not using it. Keep it closed. Because as it opens, the air gets it. It's just the air. Once air gets to it, it's just like bread. Like if you keep the bag of bread open, the bread get hard and crusty. You know what I'm saying? But if you keep it zip tied and keep it closed up, the bread remains moist. So you just don't want to get that air to it.
You right. See, you right, man. Okay.
And that's it, man. That's how
I've been learned.
You've been learned. All right. And that's what it's about, man. Shout out to everybody tuning in. We appreciate y'all, man. As we always like to do, we're going to get up out of here and end it up on a high note. Y'all be safe.
On a high note. Be safe.
Be sound. And
be sound.
From coast to coast, with this dope, this hope, with this dope, this hope. Sheesh. Wait, is it lit?